So the goal for this study, which is the Keya Foundation, is eating like our ancestors. And the purpose of the community education project is to work closely with elders and youth on the Cheyenne Sioux tribe to develop a culturally specific media toolkit that supports educating our youth about food systems, indigenous foods, and food history. So by the end of this project, we will have a recipe book of collected stories and recipes to encourage more traditional food consumption and practices in youth lives. I have a few questions for you. So, favorite food your mom made when you were little?
I'd say mashed potatoes,
Okay.
Indian tacos, beans, squash soup like a papa with squash in it.
Okay. And do you know how to make bapa soup?
No.
No. Did she ever give you a recipe for bapa?
No.
Okay. So do you have any other favorite foods that she would make?
Just hamburgers and fries.
Okay. Those are all my favorites. Your mom liked to cook. Okay. Do you have memories about going out and gathering berries, herbs, turnips with relatives?
Turnips, buffalo berries, choke cherries, plums, sometimes chiaka tea.
Okay.
The tea.
And that was like a leaf, or what was the chiaka?
It's like a stem.
Oh, a stem. Okay. When you gather?
Like when the turnips ripen, we gather up all the digging tools, like a spade, a shovel, a crowbar. Just basically go dig the turnips.
Can you describe the leaf or the plant of what the turnip plant looks like?
Like mint.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes it might have a flower on it and just a green leaf.
Okay.
It turns gray in the fall, close to the fall, and then you wait too long, I think.
Okay. So when did you know when a turnip was ripe or ready to dig up?
According to my dad, you just dig it up and you peel it, eat it, and if it tastes good, it's ripe. And if it tastes bitter, not ready yet.
Okay. Hey, do you have any other stories about gathering?
We used to go on horseback down to the creek and get some choke cherries and the plums and the hillside on the slope with the buffalo berries.
Did you like buffalo berries?
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
They're sweet? Okay. Okay, do you have any stories about butchering or hunting or gathering?
Butchering, okay, we'd sometimes butcher a cow, and instead of sending it to the west side, we see it processed.
So what was your duty or your task when you were butchering?
To make sure the blades are clean, make sure they had water, because it'd be working at butchering. Made sure the gun had shells to shoot the cow.
Did the women do most of the cleaning, or was it kind of a women and men team?
Men, both men.
Okay. Okay, what was your favorite meal?
Tanigo soup.
Okay. What all is in Tanigo?
Tripe, hominy, and sometimes you get bacon, or they only add the bacon, just put tripe, hominy, and menudo in there.
Interesting. How have you seen eating traditions change?
They mostly eat pizza and fast food. They don't rely on the commodity anymore. They get the food stamps, they get the processed food.
Okay. Did you raise your kids to eat at the kitchen table?
Yeah, everybody's raised that way. They don't sit in their living room. They don't take to the bedroom. They just sit at the table and eat.
Okay. And why do you think that's important?
If it's left out too long, then you might attract cockroaches. Just to be clean.
What was your favorite part about eating at the kitchen table?
You kick back and relax.
Yeah, okay. Have you seen food change throughout the years?
Food has changed. Most of them are microwavable. They come prepackaged with most of this packaging. It's not just like a piece of meat. It's not just hamburger anymore. It's not just French fries, like Lunchables.
Okay. What kind of food practices do you want to see our young people practicing today?
I want them to learn how to hunt and fish and gather, pick turnips, and probably a garden.
Yeah, gardens are nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. Traditional foods like wasna, dried beef, fry bread, etc. What is the meal that your family cooked that isn't usually heard of?
Wajapi and bread with maybe a soup, like a kebab soup.
And what's in bapa soup?
Dried meat like pumpkin.
Okay.
It's dried meat, you bring it to a boil. It kind of softens, but it tastes good. You add your potatoes, your bacon, your macaroni. You let that boil. It's ready when the potatoes start to float.
Okay. Is there any like natural seasoning or something that would make the soup taste or have flavor?
No, we just use salt and pepper.
Okay. If there wasn't salt and pepper, is there any other type of flavoring, like maybe an onion? Is that
They use onion too.
they do? Okay, so we would like to get 5 recipes from you. If you can remember any of the recipes, could you write some down for us?
Mm-hmm. Can you read my writing? Can you read that back to me?
Okay, I see.
Bapa soup,
Dried.
buffalo,
Okay, I can write potatoes, macaroni, bacon, beans, brown beans, water.
beans,
Beans again, more beans. Okay,
a lot of protein.
and bacon and
Pilot bread, almost like a cracker.
pilot. Okay,
You have that to dip it in.
okay. Do you have any other recipes that you want to share?
Spanish rice.
Spanish rice. Okay.
Do you know those?
I don't know the recipe, but we can write it down. You could just tell me and I'll write it for you.
All right, Spanish rice. You have your rice, your bacon, maybe tomato sauce or tomato soup.
And that's everything in Spanish rice?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's easy.
Did you have any beef or any meat in there, buffalo meat or any of that in Spanish rice? Or is that your recipe?
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
That's all the recipes I got.
Okay. Any other traditional recipes that you can share? You said woj, I don't know.
Wojap is just choke cherries and flour and I think it's lard, and you bring it to a boil.
Do you know any other sweet? Because I'm a sweet tooth, and
Oh.
woj is usually the typical go-to. Do you know any other sweet recipes?
Like crushed berries, and then they make syrup out of it.
Okay, so what type of berries?
Choke cherry jam, jams and syrup, like choke cherry jam, plum jam, and buffalo berry jam.
So how do you make the jam? What do you use?
I don't know, but it's canned for a long time though.
Okay, and it turns into syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank
and I'll
you.